Morning, everybody. It is day 4. Did you guys know that Adam spoke every single language? There was only one language at the time, but he knew it pretty well. And with that note, we are starting in Genesis 11. Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, "Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used brick instead of stone and tar for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves. Otherwise, we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord said, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language, so they will not understand each other." So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. We got a lot of names coming up. This is the account of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, Noah's sons, who themselves had sons after the flood. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, Tiras. The sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, Riphath, Togarmah. The sons of Javan: Elijah, Tarshish, the Kittites, and the Rodanites. From these, the maritime peoples spread out into their territories by their clans within their nations, each with its own language. The sons of Ham: Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush: Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Ramah, Sabteca, and the sons of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. Cush was the father of Nimrod, who became a mighty warrior on the earth. That name has changed a little bit now. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. That is why it is said, like Nimrod, a mighty hunter before the Lord. The first centers of his kingdom were Babylon, Uruk, Akkad, Calneh, and Shinar. From that land he went to Assyria, where he built Nineveh, Rehoboth, Calah, and Resen, which is between Nineveh and Calah, which is a great city. Egypt was the father of the Ludites, Anamites, Lehabites, Naphtalites, Pathracites, Kazlahites, from where the Philistines came, the Caphtorites. Canaan was the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and of the Hittites, Jebusites, Amorites, Girgashites, Hivites, Arkites, Sinites, Arvadites, Zemarites, and Hamathites. Later, the Canaanite clans scattered, and the borders of Canaan reached from Sidon towards Gerar as far as Gaza, and then towards Sodom, Gomorrah, Amda, Zeboim as far as Lasha. These are the sons of Ham by their clans and language in their territories and nations. Sons were also born to Shem, whose older brother was Japheth. Shem was the ancestor of all sons of Ebner. The sons of Shem: Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, Aram. The sons of Aram: Uz, Hul, Gether, and Meshech. Arphaxad was the father of Shelah, and Shelah the father of Ebner. The two sons were born to Eber. One was named Peleg because his time in the earth was divided. His brother was named Joktan. Joktan was the father of Elamedad, Shilaf, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hedoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Ibimel, Shebel, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All of these were the sons of Joktan. The region where they lived stretched from Mesha towards Safar in the eastern hill country. These are the sons of Shem by their clans and languages in their territories and nations. These are the clans of Noah's sons according to their lines of descent, within their nations, from these nations spread out over the earth after the flood. This is the account of Shem's family line. 2 years after the flood, when Shem was 100 years old, he became father of Arphaxad. And after he became the father of Arphaxad, Shem lived 500 years and had other sons and daughters. When Arphaxad had lived 35 years, he became the father of Shelah. And after he became the father of Shelah, Arphaxad lived 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When Shelah had lived 30 years, he became the father of Eber. And after he became the father of Eber, Shelah lived 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When maybe it's Eber, that sounds better. Eber had lived 34 years, he became the father of Peleg. And after he became the father of Peleg, Eber, lived 430 years and had other sons and daughters. When Peleg had lived 30 years, he became the father of Reu. And after he became the father of Reu, Peleg lived 209 years and had other sons and daughters. When Reu had lived 32 years, he became the father of Serug. And after he became the father of Serug, Reu lived 207 years and had other sons and daughters. When Serug had lived 30 years, he became the father of Nahor. And after he became the father of Nahor, Serug lived 200 years and had other sons and daughters. When Nahor had lived 29 years, he became the father of Terah. And after he became the father of Terah, Nahor lived 119 years and had other sons and daughters. After Terah had lived 70 years, he became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. This is the account of Terah's family line. Terah became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran became the father of Lot. While his father Terah was still alive, Haran died in Ur of the Chaldeans, in the land of his birth. Abram and Nahor both married. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah. She was the daughter of Haran, the father of both Milcah and Iscah. Now Sarai was childless because she was not able to conceive. Terah took his son Abram, his grandson Lot of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, the wife of his son Abram, and together they set out from Ur, the Chaldeans, to go to Canaan. But when they came to Haran, they settled there. Terah lived 205 years, and then he died in Haran. That was a mouthful. We have this really cool kind of like Bible timeline, and when you're like reading it in the book, it kind of sounds annoying and tedious, but when you like look at the timeline, it's really, really cool how to see how everyone's lives overlap and stuff. So even though it's a little tedious to read, if you actually take the time to like study it out and like kind of put it on paper on a timeline, it's really, really, really cool. And I would encourage you to either find a timeline online, or you could do the work yourself if you like math, I guess. Yeah, that was day 4. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for doing this with me. Bye.